Hey everybody, this is Geneva of whatever, Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook and what? At Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now let's get into what I came on here for. Now you all know I said that I wasn't doing celebrity talk that much or unless I really felt like it. So I feel like it today. So we're gonna just get into it right quick. And I'm trying not to be on here long because my plan wasn't to come on. I'm just jumping on right quick because I was minding my own business. And I just happened to go on Instagram and then I seen the Shade Room pop up and I seen Taraji P. Henson, the actress. Now, before I get into Taraji P. Henson, I am a fan of Monique, the comedian. Okay. And in the past several years, Monique has came out and said some things. And it seems like not with everyone, but when Monique comes out to say stuff, people have, like, oh my gosh, she just got something to say. Oh my gosh, she's whatever, whatever. But I kind of, I kind of agree with a lot of things that Monique say, not everything, but with a lot of the things that Monique, the comedian, says, I agree with. So when she came out about 2017, remember when she was coming out and she was saying that actresses wasn't getting paid the amount that they were supposed to be getting paid, they wasn't getting their value. Now, when she said that, a lot of people, no, and then she had that whole thing going on with Netflix, or was that the whole thing with Tyler Perry and Oprah? She said that she wasn't going out there to promote that movie Precious because she had did her thing. She had already got paid. She was done. I don't know if it was the Netflix thing, but whatever it was, people was like, okay, girl, you got paid, you just not happy. You getting paid more than us, like we regular people with regular jobs and you getting paid millions, you just complaining. But she specifically had brought up Taraji P. Henson. I remember her specifically bringing up saying Taraji had not got paid enough or something with Tyler Perry or something. And I remember like nobody came out and said anything. No, I mean, not an actress, not a nothing. So when I on Instagram today and the Shade Room pops up and I see Taraji on there crying, Taraji P. Henson crying, talking about she not getting paid enough. I was like, but Monique said that years ago, and you all came out and said nothing. And I don't know if they didn't say anything because you were in the process of making the movie then. You were worried that if you said something, you was, the producers or people might not want to work with you because this was all around the time. I think Monique was saying she was blackballed. People didn't want to touch on that. They didn't want to touch on her or anything she was saying because maybe they were thinking that they were going to get blackballed. I don't know. But did y'all see this thing? I have to show you this because I said, we're going to listen to what she has to say, and then we're going to go back and listen to what Monique had to say. Because I found the article where Monique was on there talking. Now, can y'all hear this? Wait a minute.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. I have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up is a whole entire team behind us. Yes. They have to get paid.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity.
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about getting.
So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay. So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed, sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So
You're tired.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know, because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what am I doing? I'm sorry. So when you
okay, so then there we go right there. So let me just say something right quick about this. Is my whole issue, my thing. The reason why I'm making this video is not because Taraji is upset because she's saying that she's not getting paid enough. She feel like that they don't see her value in the acting, whatever industry, as her being a woman or her being a black woman, because I'm assuming that it's not her just being a woman. She's saying as being a black woman, they don't see her value. She's not getting paid enough. My issue is not that, because I completely understand someone not seeing your value, you feeling like you should be getting paid more than you supposed to be getting paid. Completely understand that. Completely understand that whole thing. And then then somebody else came out and said something. If I'm not mistaken, it was Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer came out and she said something about, what did she say? Let's look on, because it was all on the same thing. Keke Palmer weighs in after Taraji reveals she's considered quitting acting. We all work multiple jobs because we have to. Now, that's what Keke's saying. She said the entertainment industry is just like any other industry. We run businesses to keep our brands afloat, us being the brand / business. And it's that team of company members that decrease any assumed large lump sum. This includes monthly expenses, just like everyone else. In the words of Biggie, more money, more problems. To make money, you must spend money. So what seems like a lot is taken by a lot. There is still privilege in this, depending what vantage point you are seeing from. But in our industry, amongst one another, this is neutralized. This is why no one can really have one job anymore. See, now I never thought about that. You know, people working outside of the entertainment industry may do Uber Eats, Postmates, accountant part-time, substitute teacher every other week, etc. For an entertainment career, you may be like me, an actor, influencer, host, speaker, etc. I keep a job because I have to. We all work multiple jobs, and we may like some, but also because we have to. To be successful and live in America is literally this way because of the cash to expense ratio. And this is why entrepreneurship is so important. But that in itself is expensive. Having one job for anyone is not really an option, no matter what industry, unless you are like the top earner. And I mean, that's like Bill Gates and them, I suppose. I don't know, because I can't relate. She said, I'm not complaining or comparing, but I acknowledge that we all have similar struggles in our industries. And it's because corporations run everything and they aren't people. Now, people were in the comments like, girl, with her and Taraji, they was like, look, y'all on a whole nother level. We are working multiple jobs trying to get look, there are different tiers in life that people are on. Okay, it's either poor or you're rich. You're poor or you're rich. Okay, so I understand rich people or people who have a certain amount of money, they want to maintain that. So of course, our working multiple jobs down at our level is going to be different from that. You know, to maintain whatever lifestyle we have is going to be different for them to maintain the lifestyle that they have. You know, like they got bigger homes, they have more cars. So is it that, well, since you got a bigger home and a bigger car, like your complaint is not important? It is. I mean, because that's the lifestyle that they want. That's the lifestyle that they're trying to live, and they want to be able to keep up with it. You know, so I didn't realize that that's probably why they have so many multiple jobs, is because from the one, you're not getting paid enough. I thought that maybe they had so many multiple jobs because they were just getting so many deals in so mmany different places. That's what, I mean, I never thought that it was for that reason. So like I said, my whole thing is not that, you know, they need that no one sees the value in Taraji and she has a problem. My whole thing is Monique had said that and nobody had her back. You kind of just left her out there for people to talk about. And that has happened to her several times that no one said anything. And this was literally 6 years ago. So this was in 2017. This is 2023. People's going on 2024. going on damn near 7 years. And it says, Monique says Viola Davis and Taraji P. Henson are underpaid and talks issues with Girl Trip. It says Monique has been very vocal about her complaints about Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey. And ain't this something that at this very moment, Oprah coming out with her The Color Purple movie and speaking on that, when Oprah is in something, she gonna promote the shit out. I feel like every time I went on social media, I see Oprah on there, Fantasia, somebody is talking about The Color Purple. On Facebook, on Instagram, I constantly keep seeing The Color Purple. So Oprah, when it's something that she gonna make sure she promote the shit out of it. It says, in fact, she feels like all three played a role in the cooling off period she experienced after she won an Oscar for Precious. Interestingly enough, she feels that a very white list of the highest paid actresses published by Forbes recently proves that her grievances about the business should be taken seriously. During a recent podcast with her husband, Monique said the following about the huge pay gap women of color are subjected to as actresses. She says, so when you see a list like this, number 10, Amy Adams is at 11.5 million. Do you know that would be one of the biggest paydays for a Black woman actress in Hollywood? If we got anywhere near that number, we would be considered a damn Rockefeller. Not a Rockefeller, a Rockefeller. If we got anywhere near that number, 11.5 million, and that's in 1 year. Some of us won't make that over the span of our careers. And I'm talking about Oscar award winners. I'm talking about Oscar nominees. I'm talking about Golden Globe winners, Golden Globe nominees, women of color. We won't see that 11.5 million. And if we do, we consider that huge. Huge. So when we say, is there racism in Hollywood? Well, what do y'all think? Then she goes on to say, I want to address this because it's on me to address this, because when you read some of the comments in the room and we automatically think that it is white to Black racism in Hollywood, we automatically think all those white studio heads won't give us the right opportunities. And some of that is true. Some white studios heads are like, F that, we're going to keep it the way it was in old Hollywood. Make them famous, don't make them rich. But let me pull y'all coattails on something. There are some Black ones that do the same exact thing. There are some Black ones that are the biggest racists in Hollywood with some of the comments they make in some of the situations that they know they put us in. And they sit back and say absolutely nothing. So when we want to pass it off and say, oh, it's the white executives not giving us opportunities, then you have to look at Lee Daniels and you have to hear that man say your husband's overbidding you. Oh, that is true, because they were saying that Monique wanted too much. She then said she was offered the role of Richard Pryor's grandmother for $300,000 in the upcoming biopic, and that's absurd considering it's a big budget movie. She turned it down, and she claims Lee Daniels told her that her husband is overbidding her. Her husband, Sidney, added that $300,000 for the role is less than she received for her role in Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. Shut your mouth. Shut your mother mouth. $300,000 is less than what she received in Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. And this was supposed to be, and remember, again, this is in 2017. This was being Richard Pryor's grandmother. Monique also has some interesting opinions regarding Taraji P. Henson, Viola, and the success of Girls Trip. She says, so when you first come into this place and you see the money you're going to make, it's more money than you've ever known anybody to make that you hang around with. But once you actually get into the business and you begin to realize how much money is being made and how much money you're being paid, that's a huge gap. So when we see the list of these 10 white actresses, let me say this. It's not that they're not deserving. I'm not saying that not one of these sisters on this list don't deserve their paydays, because goddamn, it is they putting in the numbers. They deserve it. However, you would have to say that's different with these sisters than Viola Davis. What different What's different with these sisters than Taraji P. Henson? It made over $10 million. What made it? Oh, Girls Trip made over $10 million. It was shot as low budget. Now, in my humble opinion, now this is just my humble opinion. Tiffany Haddish, our sister Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, Jada Pinkett Smith, they should have all become multi-millionaires off that film. That film was big. That film was pretty big. They should have, but Monique saying that they didn't. So why Taraji didn't come out at the time that Monique was saying all of this? Like, she was talking on your behalf. She was saying that you deserved more money. Because what had Taraji did at that, right? Because didn't Taraji win an award for Benjamin Button? Did y'all see the movie Benjamin Button? Okay, now let's talk about Benjamin Button right quick. The movie that Taraji won her award for. Her Caucasian award, because that's a Caucasian award. It wasn't a BET award. It wasn't a hip hop award. It wasn't an NAACP award. It wasn't a Soul Train award. It wasn't a Black Girls Rock award. It was a golden it was one of those awards. What she won? Didn't she win that for Benjamin Button? Did y'all see that movie? Do you remember Taraji's role in that Benjamin Button? In Benjamin Button, she played as what is his name? Brad Pitt. She played as Brad Pitt's mom. Brad Pitt's mom, who found him on the doorstep, and she took him in. Now, Taraji did not have the hugest role in the world. She didn't have like all the scenes. Her role wasn't like she had to kill somebody. She had to be extra dramatic. She just played as a woman, from the South, who's a little older. As the movie went on, she got a little older, so she had to play like an older woman in the movie. Nothing where she was running around shooting people, killing people. She played a good role. She did her role, but she didn't have to go super above and beyond. She won a whole award for that. A whole award for that. And then I feel like that if she was in a black, and I don't know how much she got paid for that, but I feel like that if she was in any other movie, that she would have to like shoot people and like kill people in the movie and have this dramatic role or whatever for her to get paid. For her to win any other type of, I don't know if she would ever win an award. I'm surprised that she won an award for that movie because it wasn't a huge role, but she did a good job in the movie. Basically, what I'm saying is that I believe that when people have your back, that maybe you should come out and say something, but maybe they didn't. Maybe she didn't because of she thought she was going to be blackballed. That's just messed up for Monique. I bet Monique got to be sitting in the background like, didn't I say that? Like, didn't I say that? I had already said that. And but y'all didn't have my back on. You just left me out there hanging like she just complained. And that's why they done blackballed her right now, because she always got something to say. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about? And like I said, I completely understand that you feeling like Taraji feeling like that she hasn't been getting paid. Look, getting paid what you should be getting, and she's saying that she getting tired of acting. I would get tired of it too. Wow, what in the hell? Acting just seems like a lot. And then it was something that Chad had said, because I didn't see it, but Chad said that Taraji said that then during the time that you decide that you're going to do this movie, and I guess you signed a contract for this movie, you can't do nothing else. So it's not like you can work on this movie, then sign some contracts for some other movies, and then work on the other movies. You can't. So then that means you're not getting paid from anything else for however many months that you're working on that movie until the time comes that you work on that movie. And then y'all done set a price. So the movie ain't even came out yet, but you have a certain type of budget, okay? So then you have the budgets, because this is the part that I'm not understanding. So the movie ain't even came out yet, right? But then there's a budget. And then there's a script. So then you give the script to the actor or the actress. They look at it and then they say, okay, I'm okay with it. Then I'm assuming then they have their lawyers go in and they talk about it. And then the people that's making the movie, they like, well, we got this certain type of budget. So then this is what you're getting. You're getting $50,000 or $300,000, like Monique has said that part. So now you're getting $300,000 for your part in this movie, right? So then the movie comes out and does the dang on thing. Start making all of this money and stuff. So then what? So now you just stuck with that 300,000. Because I would think not, like maybe back in the day when movies first came out, maybe back in the day when Black people first start really getting put in businesses, getting put in movies and stuff. But black people been in movies for a long, people been moving now and acting and all of this stuff for a long time. So I don't know how these contracts go, but in my mind is just like, so there's not a thing with with your lawyer where it's just some little clause or something in the contract where it's like, okay, I'm taking this amount now based on the budget that you have now, based on us not being able to project what this movie is going to do. But if this movie does better, then I want to get paid more. Like, why are they getting, like, why did they have to go on strike? Okay, so why is that not done? So there's, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can't put that in the contract. Which is a bunch of BS. Because I mean, especially how movies be going. Of course, you don't know what the movie, of course, but you would think that that's in there. That if you make a certain amount, then I want to get paid more. Okay. Then all the actors they done went on strike because they said that they little checks and stuff that they getting, you know, they little monthly, however monthly, they saying that they getting pennies, you know, they getting like 67 cents and 19 cents and 22 cents and $1 and something. The residuals. They said they ain't even getting none off of the residuals. Now I know that to be true because this is stuff I heard from Essie. Y'all know Essie Berry, just in case some of y'all like, who is he talking about Essie? Y'all know Essie Berry, the widow of Fred Rerun Berry. Because she would tell me, like, yeah, you know, like some of his residual checks came in, and she was like, girl, they could have kept this because they probably spent more on the ink and the paper than they did on what they were sending. They were sending like $1 some and some change. Like, what type of stuff is that? Do the actors and the actresses not know that when they decide to get in this field? Do they not know? So you're a new actress coming in, but now you're talking to older actresses who been in the game for a while. Are they not putting you on how you know you ain't gonna get paid enough for them residuals? You know them resids don't be residing. I mean, like, don't nobody say that? So then you have an option then of being like, I don't know if I want to do this business. I mean, but then maybe it's just like anything, you know, like it's something that you really want to do. You really want to be an artist. You really want to be a chef. You really want to be. And you see that you're not getting paid enough. And you hearing people say, you know, being an artist, you may not always get paid enough. You may have to keep artisting before you finally hit the jackpot, or you may never hit the, I mean, but it's something that you really want to do. So then you do it. So is that where this is coming in at? Because being an actor and an actress just seem like it's like a lot of work. You put in a lot of your heart. I mean, you got to learn the roles. And then based off of what Chad said, Taraji said, you can't even do anything else. And then, you know, ain't no telling, are you jumping around, jumping off of buildings and stuff, and then to get paid this amount, and 300,000 may sound good for me, but Taraji said you got to take IRS 150,000, but now they want 30% because you got to pay all your people that helped you book this gig and do all of this and do the stuff that you do anyway. You got to pay them, and they want to be paid from your 300,000, not from the 150, but from the 300,000. And then you do all of that. Then I don't even know what you have left, but you sit up here standing in this house with this mortgage, with all of these bills. You got these many cars. You're taking care of this many people in your family. It just sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot. And what do they say about the entertainment industry? Don't they say that the entertainment industry is like smoke and mirrors? I'm telling you, we don't be knowing what be going on. We be sitting back here like, oh my God, look at their life. Oh my God, they're working the red carpet. All of that is smoking guns. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. It's all just smoke. Oh, shut up. Shut it up. You know, like that's y'all. You know, like that's their little thing, you know, like they do their red carpets, they put their outfits and stuff on, and really be having people sitting in the back looking like, oh my God, look at that life. I want to have that life. I wish that could be my life. They ain't even living no life. You sit up there and talk to them for real. They got a lot to keep up with. We talking about us on the little point saving money. They really got to make sure they save their money. And then I've said this before, you know, a lot of the times they be sitting up there talking about somebody's net worth and how much people on the Forbes list and all of that. And then like I had to think of it because at first when I was reading all that, and then they say a person worth 100 million and stuff, I'm thinking that they got 100 million in their bank account. And then I'm like, that's assets. That's like assets. That's like sponsors, that's all of it. But people start pulling, and I think that really made sense with that whole Kanye West thing, because they had Kanye West dollar amount at a certain point. And then when Kanye West started doing all of that talking, y'all remember he started doing all of that talking this year, and then different brands start pulling out, and his net worth or whatever went down. I said, really, bitch? I thought that was in the bank account. Oh no. That was based off of this and this and this. So he really didn't have that money in the bank. Oh, so is that all based off of sponsors and brands and stuff, or is some of the property too? So if you sell the properties, then all of that stuff adds up to this amount. I'm just so confused on how they do, but however they doing it, they trying to make us think that that is the life to live. I knew it was something. I'm gonna say that, and I'm about to get off of here. I knew it was something because I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. For instance, matter of fact, let me look up his age so I can make sure that I'm saying stuff correctly. Let me look up his age. Cause I've said that about Steve Harvey. Because it just didn't make sense to me. It just didn't make sense. Steve Harvey is 66 years old. January 17th, he gonna be 67. There are people, I know a lady, she's 63 years old. She's sick of it. She tired. She worked as a teacher for a long time. She's been retired for a few years. She's 63. She's been retired for about, I think she said like 5-6 years. She said she don't want to work no more. She's done with it. She just wanted to make sure that her money stays okay, because she's talking about her pensions and stuff like that. She's done. And she wasn't even a teacher in the classroom running around dealing with the kids and stuff all the time. She was a teacher that helped children who had some problems or had some difficulties, and they had to come to her office, and she had to contact the parents and figure out what was going on with. She's 63. She said she's tired. She's done. And that's just that. That ain't hopping on a flight every day. You got to go to this city. You got to go to this city. You got to host a show. You got all these makeup and wardrobe people and all these contracts, and you got to go and go and go. And, you know, and they be trying to make it seem like in the entertainment industry with these people making these millions and millions of dollars that they just want to keep working. Steve Harvey want to keep working. Do you really want to use 66 going on 67? You ain't tired yet. You ain't tired. You got to be tired, because I heard, or if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn that's why he got tired of doing the show, his talk show in Chicago, because he was getting tired of taking the flight to Chicago. Then he had to take it to go do Family Feud. And if I'm not mistaken, I think at that time he had that kid thing, you know, where the kids say the darndest thing. He tired, man. He's 60-some years old. Don't nobody want to keep jumping on no flight, keep packing up his stuff. He want to go home and lay in his bed. That's why when you see him on his social media and he at home smoking his cigars, oh my God, he looks so relaxed. It's like, oh my God, they be happy. People are people, period. Even at young ages, 20, 30 some, my 16-year-old son, happy. Said, well, now he 18, happy to have a day off. Look forward to the weekends. Look forward to vacation time. So you can't tell me that you're not feeling that way, you know, at 60-some years old. These people still got to work. And it takes me back to what Tina Turner said. Love Tina. Love Tina. What Tina say when I said this before, when Tina was being interviewed on the Oprah Winfrey Show, what did Tina say? Tina said that was entertainment for y'all, me on the show, on the stage. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. She said that was entertainment for y'all. Me? I was trying to give my money up, because I wanted to be done. I'm tired. Tina was tired. She had been doing it for a long. People tired. Nobody want to keep doing that, but they keep trying to make us seem like that they want that these celebrities want to work until they 60, 70, 80. Maybe it's because you ain't getting paid enough. You not getting paid your worth. And they keep throwing the dollar amounts like he getting paid or she getting paid. They got a $1 million, but maybe that's way less than what you should be getting. And maybe after taxes and after you pay your people, you really not, especially for all of these properties or these cars and this light bill and gas bill, because we know how much our light bill and gas bill be. Just on some simple stuff. When the electric company done went up on some stuff and you trying to heat a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment or a 2-3 bedroom home, and you like, I'm just, it could be a little expensive. They went up on the light and the gas bill. Can you just imagine these mansiony homes, and then you got a few of them, and then these celebrities be sitting up here getting all of these homes, and you ain't even in the homes. You ain't even there. And you got a water fountain running over there. You got the pool that you got to keep paying that bill because you don't want the algae to get in the pool. And then you got the electricity and stuff on still running at that house. Is the gas still on? Depending on where your house is at, you may need the gas and stuff to be on so then your pipes don't burst if it's cold because you ain't winterized anything. It can be a lot of something going on in that rich life and that so-called gas smoking mirrors rich life. I just want to know what y'all think. That's just my opinion. I'm just ranting, people. I'm just ranting because I said I wasn't going to talk about no celebrities. Didn't I say that? I said I wasn't talking about no celebrities unless I felt like it. And that just caught my attention. Because like I said, I am totally on Monique. So how many videos have I did talking about the things that Monique said? When Monique said that thing about Tyler Perry and Oprah and now, I made a whole video on that because I was like, she knows this lady's speaking truth. This woman is speaking truth. And like I said, I understand Taraji crying because she just upset because she said, I'm thinking about quitting. But I'm just trying to figure out why she didn't say nothing when Monique said something. Why is it 6 years later and you just now saying something? I don't know. I know Abby flexing and got the average people just sitting up there like, oh my God, look at that life. They're living the best life. I wish I'd had that life. That is the life for me. Look at all the stuff that they have. I don't even think y'all have anything. I don't even know. I don't know what you all have. I do not know. But I said I'm about to get off of here because there's also something else that I want to talk about. There is something else because I just have to say this. And you know what? I don't even know what I'm going to do at this moment. I don't know if I'm just going to talk about it or I'm going to cut it off. But I just find it coincidence, and I really don't believe in coincidence because I think everything happens for a reason, whether it's a learning experience for me, somebody, whatever. But this would totally have been for me to come out and say, I don't even know. I'm just talking. I did a video the other day, just a few days ago, about grooming. That's what it was. Because one of my subscribers sent me a thing that had said that the 12-year-old child said that her 50-year-old father had groomed her 36-year-old mother, something that she had seen on TikTok. And she said, my father groomed my mother. And she had a conversation with the mother about it because she felt a certain type of way. So I had, talked about that whole thing. Now, when I got ready to do that video, Chad, the hubby, told me, Geneva, you should do it on the flip side. You got to do it on the flip side because it's not only women that get groomed, men get groomed too. Because I wasn't even thinking about going that way with it. But I said, okay, you right. I don't want to be biased because I'm a woman. So I went and did a little research, instantly found some stuff where men were talking about they were being groomed by women. That women was sitting up there talking about, oh, look at the muscles on you, like kids, like they small. Look at them muscles. Ooh, you gonna have a nice old body when you get old. I know you gonna be able to do that thing when you get old. And then it was even a story that a man had told. He said that he was a doctor or a pediatrician or they let a gynecologist or something in a hospital. And then the nurses had seen a little baby boy being born, and the female nurses was around the baby boy because I guess his little private was probably a little, it was looking a little whatever, because it's hard to even say that about the babies. But the women nurses had made a little joke about it. Ooh, that boy, no, he go here. And I don't know if they had realized that the male nurse, doctor, whatever, he had heard this. He wasn't really feeling it. Then they told him what they had said. And he was like, what makes that all right? How would you feel if there was a newborn baby girl right there, and there's a bunch of male doctors standing around her, looking at her private part, talking about how she gonna be able to do big things when she get older. And when I read that, I was like, shoot, that's true. And I just believe that some of us women, we do that because maybe we just look at ourselves and we be like, we're not perverse, men are perverse. We don't do that, men do that. We're not looking at that way. Because maybe we have the kids all the time. We see ourselves as more lovable, more fat. I don't know. But I know, just being honest, that probably have said that sometime before, like, oh, he go, you know that boy gonna be, he gonna be, because I'm just looking at I'm not saying it in a perverted way, but that's not right. Like old boy said about that newborn baby, the girl, and then the doctor standing around it anyway. So then when Christian Keys, the actor that had came out and said that it was some billionaire that had did some, that was trying to get him to sleep with him. And he said that he wasn't going and all of that type of stuff. So when he came out and said, I was like, what, bitch? That was right after I did my video. So let me see what he has to say. Now, I'm not going to be, now I'm not going to lie to you. When he first started talking, I was wondering, is he talking about Tyler? Is he talking about Tyler Perry? But, they done threw out some other names too. So I'm like, I don't know who he's talking about. Then they said that he came out and he liked the post where the post says something that it was not Tyler Perry. So he liked this. So it's probably not Tyler Perry. It's probably that other guy that they're mentioning, the one who he gave money to HBCU. Since Christian Keys did say that this particular guy that touched him gave money to HBCU. Now, Christian Keys, he did not say who it was. Now, matter of fact, Claudia Jordan said that a long time ago. She said that Christian Keys came to her and told her the exact same story, word for word. So she know that it's not a lie. She knew that it was true. That's what Claudia Jordan said. And she said that he wasn't ready to come out with it, but one day that he would. So she said she was proud of him to come out and tell this. I was actually proud of him too. And the fact that he wasn't ready to say who the name, of course I want to know who the name, of course. We want to know, who is it? Who is it? Who did it? What was it, Tyler? Because we always have been a little suspicious of Tyler. Who is it? Who is it? Especially blog and media people, news people, of course we want to know, of course. So you can hurry up and make a video about it. Not that you really care about Christian Keys and why he don't want to say it, why it took him so long to even get to this point to say something that he told Claudia Jordan a long time ago. I think he said that he was inspired by Cassie to come out and say it. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think he said that he tried to wait a statute of limitations. Now, I don't know if that's something he tried to wait for a long time ago, or he currently decided, you know what, what's the statute of limitations on what happened to me? You know what? I want to wait that, because when I do come out, I don't want nobody saying that it's because of money, even though he shouldn't have to sit up there and do what you want to do. Sitting up there feeling like that you need to wait a statute of limitations to prove something to who? To us? You got touched. This person was sexually whatever, and you ain't got to prove nothing to us. Make it feel like you need to wait a statute of limits. Ain't that about a blimp? That made me feel some sort of type of way that he felt like that he had to do something, because that doesn't benefit him. That doesn't benefit him. If you can get paid for it, then get paid for it. I mean, because really you would like for the person to get back exactly what they did to you. I mean, you treated me bad, I want to treat you bad. Especially for Cassie, you got beat on and stuff. He was beating you, kicking, slapping, doing all this, got you manipulating, whatever. And you took it as far as that's a whole nother subject. Because then that comes into what another select. Don't do it, Geneva. Don't do it right now. But I just thought that was something that he said he wanted to wait the statute of limits. Okay, so then you waited it. So basically what you're trying to say is that you can't even get paid. I'm assuming that's what he's trying to say, that he wouldn't even get paid for coming out with it, but he decides to come out, but he don't want to mention a name, maybe because he's trying to get lawyered up first. Maybe he's trying to make sure all of his T's is crossed and all of his I's is dotted. We don't know. But I'm just sitting here minding my own business, because y'all know that's what I do. And then I see some, people come out and say that he needs to tell who the person is, or don't say none at all. Why? Why? I mean, like, why do he need to rush and say who it is? Does that benefit you somehow? I mean, like, how, if he do or don't say it, how does that benefit you? Are you worried that if he don't hurry up and say it, tell who it is, then there may be another man that may get gotten to? Is that what you're concerned in? And that's why you want him to hurry up and say it? People motives for things. And I just think that instead of people, not because I think a lot of people say, oh man, shut up. I think a lot of people say, oh, shut up. Who are you? That's why people, because that's what people gonna say. That's why people don't want to come out and say nothing now. That's why it takes them so long to come out and say something now. Because when they do, then they always got them people in the background. But I'm just trying to figure out, why is it so important for the people that feel like that he needs to hurry up and come out and say it? Why? Does that help you out? Because if he hurry up and come out and say it, then you know not to deal with this billionaire. You ain't even dealing with the billionaire. You ain't even met the billionaire. This has nothing to do with you. So why is it so important? And if he don't, hurry up and say who it is. For a blogger or a person on media or a news person or just a whatever, then he need to be quiet. Then he need to just don't say nothing. Why? Why? There is no reason why. It's for the clicks and views, people. It's for the clicks and views. So that just makes absolutely no sense. And then for people to jump on the bandwagon for that, and then be like, you know what? Well, then you know what? He shouldn't. He should. They're saying he's gaslighting. A whole gaslight. Why is he? Well, how's that gaslighting? I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, whether Christian Keys did or did not say who it was, it really does not affect me at all. I'm not even in that industry. We're not even in that industry. We're not dealing with them billionaires. That really has nothing. So when you hear a person say something like that about Christian Keys, it's all because they just want the info just so we can have the info because we're nosy. It's just based off of nosiness. That's it. And I just thought that was so mean. Then Christian Keys comes out with this video today or whatever, because I guess he's hearing what people are saying. You know, this is coming from a man. He's hearing what people were saying. So then he decides to put out a video letting people know that he was that he had issues with that he was adopted and stuff. So he has to go out and still constantly try to prove himself, constantly try to get people to understand where he's coming from. And I say, Christian, don't even do it, because right, because people don't really care about what you're going through. People just nosy. We just want to know the news. We just want to know who it is, so then a video can be made on it, so then it can be chatter in the background about what was going on. That's it. Because we don't even know Tyler Perry, if it was Tyler. We don't even know the other man, if it was the other man. We don't even know you. We don't know none of the producers or the people that you work. We don't know anything. It's basically just to be nosy. And this is what he had to say.
Mrs. Keys was incredibly abusive. I mean, bat, hammer, broomstick, saucepan, bottle. When the belt didn't, when it was, I can speak on the first adoption. It wasn't as effective as she wanted. When it didn't make us scream loud enough, she would hold the leather side and beat us with the belt buckle. It gets worse. But it was that kind of environment between 8 and 12. So it wasn't as effective. By 9, I started running away. By 10, I was pretty good. By 11, I was a professional runaway. I could stay on the streets for a week or two at a time. I knew how to sleep behind the bleachers in the middle school. By 9, I started how to sneak in and bum a bite of a friend's lunch in the cafeteria, or go through the garbage and see what they didn't eat, hit the garbage at McDonald's to eat, or steal from Farmer Jack's. So that's what kind of, she adopted me when I was 6. But the rough years, the beating started at 8, and I just kept running away. And finally they believed me. Child Protective Services, man, so that's what kind of, they dropped the ball probably a dozen times. Neighbors complained, because she would have, as a punishment, she made me walk down the street naked in the rain at 9 years old to ask a neighbor for a magazine, a watchtower, and a wig. They dropped the ball probably.
And then in the comments, I see a comment that says he's literally talking about his abuse growing up from his foster mother, and y'all talking about drop the name or shut up. We can be our own worst enemy. And a lot of the times when I look at people that's been abused and they are older, and then they talk about it, You know, like you look at their face and they may have gray hair, they may have some wrinkles, they may be older, but I literally see the child in them. I can see them as a child. I can see that they still hurt from the things that happened to them back when they were younger. Right. I mean, like they literally turn into a child for me. Like I can almost see the things that they're saying, see the abuse, see that pain in them. So I actually feel really sorry for him. And then the thing about it is that for men, for anybody, it's embarrassing. You know, to talk about that you were abused, you were molested, you were whatever, somebody was trying to sexually whatever you. Because then there's always that thing of you being blamed. Like, was it something that you did? You're already questioning yourself. Was it something I did? Was it something that he was physically abused by a foster parent? He was getting beat on. I know a lot of guys that were sexually something by foster parents or by step parents, guys that this has happened to, that they don't talk about that stuff too easily. Whether it was if it was another guy that touched them, they really do. It's like pulling teeth really to get that information from them. It may be easier to get a woman to talk about it than it is to get a man to talk about it. It's like literally pulling teeth. And then if it's a woman, it depends on how that's being talked about. You know, it depends on how the man want to handle that situation, if how he looks at it. You know, because some guys, like I said in that other video about that grooming thing, I have literally heard men. They were men now talking about that they lost their virginity at 9 and 10 and 11 years old. And when they said it, they was like laughing. Yeah, I lost my virginity at 9. You know, and you like 9. You and right and when they tell these stories, it ain't like that they was 9 and then the girl was 9. Like they was 9, the girl was like 18, they were 11, 12, the girl was like 18, 19, 20. So you're like, you were molested. But but sometimes men take things and flip it as, yeah, you know, I just got it when I was young. You know, I've been getting it for a long time. It might go that way, or it might be, you know, like, no, she molested me, or she was trying to groom me, or whatever the case may be. Either way, it's a sad situation. And it's unfortunate that Christian Keys can't even come out and just express himself based off of what Cassie just did, without people feeling like, really, that really just came all of a sudden. I don't think that I was really hearing people say this at first. This is literally just came within the past few days. I'm hearing people being like, if you're not going to give a name, then just shut up, because we don't even want to hear nothing about it. Oh, you're just trying to drag this thing on. He's just trying to get some money. Whatever. I believe that he's telling the truth too. I believe. Oh my God, Arthur, yes, the parents are really doing a thing with these children on social media. So look, the whole social media thing right now is just crazy. It just really is crazy. But, you know, I can't even say, you know, sometimes when I look at social media and I look at the things that's going on, a lot of the people, the kids right now that's in their 20s and their 30s. So if you are in your 40s and 50s, then we birthed the 20s and the 30-year-olds, like the 20s and the 30, you know, like those is us. Those is our babies, you know, because my oldest child is almost 30 and I'm 40-some years old. So if your child is in the 20s or the 30s, then we birthed them. So that means that when we see the 20 and the 30-year-olds, they got their little kids dancing to certain songs. And they doing all of this and exploiting. That would be our children that are exploiting our grandchildren. That's basically what it is, you know, because I got a grandchild that's damn near 10 years old. Or is she 10? No, I think she's 10. Right, she's 10. And like I said, I'm in my 40s because I had my first child kind of early. So, yeah, so those are our grandchildren being exploited. Yeah. So ain't no telling what the grandchildren are going to be doing really soon on social media. Things is getting crazy. Things is definitely getting crazy. Those are definitely all the twerking kids on social media. All the twerking 20 and 30-year-olds. Those are ours. Those are our. I mean, but we was a little fast. I mean, the people that were born in the 70s, 80s, we were a little fast. If I'm not mistaken, probably not all of y'all, but we were the Luke dancers. Let me see you pop that thing, shake the do the brown. I want to rock. We were listening to MC Hammer, Pumps in the Bump, Pumps in the Bump. Well, don't you remember when MC Hammer had them drawers on? He was doing the pumps. All that we want is a man. I'm so extra. He can hit it all night. He got the pumps in the pumps in the bump, pumps in the bump. Why they have MC Hammer going on now? Now how MC Hammer go from dancing, doing the thing with them pants on to literally having on some Speedos, some European Speedos with pumps in the bump. But yeah, that was our generation. That was our time. I'm about to get off of here. I'm done. I am done. Why do I even still have this up? I am done. I just wanted to come on here and say these quick things. I just want to say that. Thank you, Marie, for being on here. Yvonne, Doreen, Cece. Hey, Cece. Tiffany, how are you doing? She said Hollywood is so fake. They are. Pretty RJ, fo. She said the real BS Monique been day in, and this is no one had Mo back. No one. Absolutely no. Absolutely not. And no one had her back. And now, Black Snake Moan, how you doing? Right. I'm pretty sure Monique in the background, like, I had said that. Hey, girl, ain't even no point in coming out confirming that you had said that, because they ain't gonna do nothing but find something to say about that. Just find some. Why she confirming? See, she just doing the most. That's why she got blackballed, because she always want to confirm. She's always confirming. So anyway, people, you all have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'm gonna get out of here. Wait a minute. I gotta get this off. Stop that. We're gonna do done with that. And then I guess I'll put the outro. Should I put the outro? Maybe I can see less. I sure should. Thank you for everybody for watching. The people that came in the comment section, I really do appreciate you. And then the people that didn't say anything, you really don't have to. You really, because I don't always. Sometimes I just watch videos and I'll be saying I don't want to talk to. I don't want to talk to people all the time. I just want to sit back and watch and mind my own business. But I appreciate you all. You all have a fabulous, wonderful Tuesday. I'll be back because I got some more things to talk about. May not be celebrity stuff. It may be. You never know what you'll find in Geneva's Closet. Bye. I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.